common sense. It's absolutely basic. The number of people when the Blue Peter fraud happened, is that the particular deception of the winner who was just wandering around the studio. The number of people, I work at the BBC, who said, I cannot believe that they did that. The anger on the shop floor was astonishing. They could not believe that anyone would put a fake winner on the air. And it just beggars belief how that could happen.
But it did happen, which is why we have to understand how it happened, so that we know that if we have a cultural problem or a lack of training, we need to do something about it, and which is why we've asked for new training modules, which actually are mandatory, so that if there is, because there's not, as I say, there's a pattern to what happened, but there's not a connection in all the cases. So we have to look at that, and we've been pretty forthright about it, that means we should share in a discussion about what honesty means and what the standards are, without trying to say that we think everybody doesn't have high standards, because clearly this handful
most people do.
There's a handful of cases against about 400,000 hours of output.
So if it's a matter of
any
training,
1 year,
and if it's a matter of
maybe a matter of training
journalism,
and looking at editorial culture, by which everybody stands to be counted over being referred to through editorial discussion, through agonizing discussion sometimes about what's right and what's wrong in television, and through editorial leadership, which is important within production teams and beyond production teams. And if we've in some way not reinforced a culture where producers will ask questions and share problems and be supported and backed up, then we have to diagnose it and do something about that as well.
Okay, one last question to you. Is there more stuff to come from under the carpet?
I mean, we've been looking as thoroughly as possible, and certainly it has been aired very openly. I wouldn't ever say that you could rule out there being mistakes or lapses or even breaches in editorial standards. It would be foolish to do that. And so I wouldn't rule it out. We've had a very, very open dialogue now with both producers within the BBC and production teams, but actually with independents. So what we have to do is look forward as an industry and share our belief in values and analyze and diagnose and do something to address the weaknesses.